It's 9 a.m., and you confidently skip the donuts at the office. By 3 p.m., you're face deep in a bag of chips. By 9 p.m., you're ordering pizza, even though you promised yourself you'd eat healthy. What happened? Here's the shocking truth. Willpower isn't infinite. It's more like a battery that drains throughout the day. And by the time evening hits, you're running on empty. In 2026, researchers have confirmed what psychologists suspected for decades. Your self-control is a finite resource, and understanding why changes everything about how you approach your goals. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why your willpower fails you, what secretly drains it faster than anything else, and the science-backed strategies to make it last all day long. Let's start with the discovery that changed psychology forever. In the late 1990s, psychologist Roy Baumeister conducted a brutal experiment. He brought hungry college students into a room filled with the smell of freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. But here's the twist. Half the students were told they could eat the cookies. The other half, they had to eat radishes instead while staring at those cookies. Then both groups were given an impossible puzzle to solve. The cookie group worked on it for an average of 19 minutes. But the radish group, they gave up after just 8 minutes. Why? Because resisting those cookies depleted their willpower. They had nothing left for the puzzle. Baumeister called this ego depletion. Think of willpower like a muscle. Every time you use it, it gets a little weaker. Every decision, every temptation you resist, every impulse you control, it all adds up. This explains why you could be so disciplined in the morning and so impulsive at night. You've been using your willpower all day long without even realizing it. But here's what most people don't know. It's not just resisting temptation that drains your willpower. There are hidden willpower vampires sucking your self-control dry every single day. Let's talk about what's really draining you. Number 1, making decisions. A 2026 study from Stanford found that the average person makes 35,000 decisions per day. 35,000. What to wear? What to eat? Which email to answer first? Should you go to the gym? Every single choice depletes your willpower tank a little bit more. This is why Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day. Why Mark Zuckerberg has a closet full of identical gray shirts. They're not lazy. They're protecting their willpower for decisions that actually matter. Number 2, suppressing emotions. Pretending you're fine when you're stressed. Staying calm when someone cuts you off in traffic. Being polite to that annoying coworker. A fascinating 2025 study found that people who had to suppress their emotions performed 30% worse on subsequent self-control tasks. 30%. Your brain treats emotional regulation the same as resisting a donut. It all comes from the same willpower reserve. And when that runs out, everything becomes harder. Number 3, trying to focus in a distracting environment. Open office plans, phone notifications, email pings. Every time you resist checking your phone, you're spending willpower. Researchers at the University of California found that it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully refocus after a distraction. And each refocus costs willpower you can't get back. But here's where it gets really interesting. Scientists discovered the biological reason why willpower runs out. And it has to do with what's happening in your brain at a chemical level. Your brain runs on glucose. And self-control is one of the most glucose-intensive activities your brain performs. When you exercise willpower, you're literally burning through your brain's fuel supply. In a groundbreaking study, researchers gave participants a glucose drink before a difficult self-control task. Those who got real sugar performed significantly better than those who got a placebo. This is why you crave sugar when you're stressed or making tough decisions. Your brain is literally screaming for more fuel to power your self-control. But there's a catch. While quick sugar gives you a temporary boost, it also causes a crash that makes your willpower even worse later. It's a trap. The better solution? Complex carbohydrates and protein that release glucose slowly over time. An apple with peanut butter beats a candy bar every time for sustained willpower. Now let's talk about sleep. When you're sleep deprived, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for self-control, essentially goes offline. A 2026 sleep study found that people who slept less than 6 hours had willpower levels equivalent to someone who was legally drunk. Think about that. Which brings us to decision fatigue. This is the phenomenon where the quality of your decisions deteriorates after making many choices in a row. Judges in parole hearings are 65% more likely to grant parole at the beginning of the day than at the end. Same judges, same types of cases. The only difference? Their depleted willpower. When decision fatigue sets in, you either make impulsive choices or you avoid deciding altogether. Both options lead to regret. This explains why you can research the perfect purchase for hours in the morning, but impulse buy garbage on Amazon at midnight. Your decision-making system is fried. It also explains why arguments with your partner happen more at night, why you break your diet after a stressful day, why you scroll social media instead of working on your goals after work. Your willpower isn't weak. It's just depleted. And once you understand that, you can actually do something about it. Here's the good news. Recent research from 2026 shows that while willpower is limited, it's also trainable. Like a muscle, you can actually make it stronger over time. But more importantly, you can structure your life to need less of it in the first place. That's the real secret. Strategy 1. Make important decisions in the morning. Schedule your hardest tasks before lunch. Never make major life choices at night when you're running on fumes. Strategy 2. Reduce decision points. Create routines. Meal prep on Sundays. Lay out your clothes the night before. Automate everything you can. Strategy 3. Change your environment. Don't keep junk food in the house. Delete social media apps from your phone. Make good choices the default, not the exception. Strategy 4. Take real breaks. A 20-minute walk. 10 minutes of meditation. Actual rest restores willpower faster than scrolling your phone ever will. And strategy 5. Stop relying on willpower alone. Motivation fades. Willpower depletes. But systems and habits run on autopilot. The people you think have incredible willpower don't actually use more of it. They've just designed their lives to require less. They make fewer decisions. They eliminate temptations. They work with their biology, not against it. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more psychology insights that actually change how you live. Your future self will thank you. Remember, willpower is limited, but your potential isn't. Use what you learned today. Make your environment work for you. And watch how much easier everything becomes when you stop fighting yourself.